We all know the today's topic is demystifying bot deployment using RPA. So, firstly, I know the session was a little delayed because we had some sessions lined up which came out all of a sudden, and we had a meeting and all those stuff. So that took a little time. I thought of it that it would be taking some time, so that's why we scheduled it instead of 1:30, we put it at 2 o'clock. Sorry if that was inconvenient, and next time we'll make sure that it doesn't happen. Uh, very good afternoon, everyone. So you have joined here with us. Around 40 people are there, 43, and we'll now be diving into what is RPA, why is it required, what is the motive of it being here. Now, yesterday we already had a session on certain aspects of AI, wherein we understood why AI and machine learning and all of those topics are there. Now, today, this is another thing which is closely connected with AI. Now, when I say bot deployment, it simply means that we are going to create a robot. I'll show you a live creation of a robot and I'll show you the steps of it. If in case you all are doing it with me, you all can just keep track with me in the chat. And in case if I'm going a little fast, please let me know so that we can match up the pace. So as the name suggests, bot, it signifies that there is some relationship, some connection of this with AI, artificial intelligence. And if you look at it, AI right now is dominating in a lot of sectors. A lot of sectors today are being dominated with AI. So, what exactly does this AI mean? It is nothing but, as we've already discussed, it is in a way giving the machine or mimicking our intelligence in the machine. We had already have a discussion on this, that we all are intelligent beings, we all are very intelligent, and we want the machines also to be a little intelligent so they can help us in a lot of tasks. So prediction, machine learning, that is one aspect of it, but how to automate tasks. Now the main purpose of today's session is I want to make my life easier. I want to automate certain things wherein I don't want to be relying on certain aspects and I want the machine to do the work for me. So because we want to automate, because हम चाहते हैं कि machine हमारा task कर दे, इसीलिए ये जो technology है AI, this is going to power those machines. Now, if you look at today's condition, the scenario today, the International Labour Organization, ILO chief, they are suggesting that because of COVID-19, around 195 jobs are lost in the current scenario. But it's not just COVID or it's not just the lockdown that these jobs are being lost. A lot of people suggest that AI is also killing a lot of jobs. So if you see, there are articles that you will lose your job to AI. So robots will take over, and you are going to lose the job when AI comes into the picture. So robots will start taking over, and बहुत सारी movies में भी यही सब हमको दिखाते हैं that robots are taking over the world. They are dominating. They are doing those stuff. So it's very difficult to comprehend that this would not happen. But technically, if you see, this is a very far-fetched idea that AI is going to take over. But it is true that AI is being used in a lot of factories and a lot of services. And a very simple reason, because the robots are more efficient. अभी हम लोग हैं, we work with a particular stamina, with a particular efficiency. But we have limitations. We can work for so many hours. उसके बाद हमको break चाहिए. We want salary, we want rest. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. AI doesn't want that. Robots can work seamlessly day and night, day and night. So, because of this, a lot of jobs are being lost. All right. People say it might kill a lot of jobs by 2030. And if you look at it, अगर आप ये list देखोगे कौन से jobs जाने के chances हैं. So, bookkeeping, clerks, location-based jobs, market research analyst, retail workers, software developers. So all of these jobs, there's a high possibility that AI will kill these jobs. So in fact, software developers, the people who actually build the robots, who build this AI, they themselves are in danger. Their jobs are going. So it's nothing to be scared of, by the way. It's not I'm trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you that in this current industry 4.0, see here, industrial revolution 4.0, it is mentioned here also. AI is a paradigm change here. So where we used to work normally, now AI is going to take over. AI is going to be the next thing that is going to help us in our work. But it is going to be a helper. It is never going to be a master. It's always going to be a slave. Unless obviously we get addicted to certain things, then that is a different scenario altogether. But अगर आप देखोगे तो AI is a predominant laborer that we can have ideally to do all the chores for us, right? But one thing that we need to understand is AI will be creating some jobs also, right? With uh, the type of technology is coming around, the autonomous trucks and autonomous delivery, automatic check-in and check-out at malls, so all of these places, automatic things are happening. But वो ऑटोमेटिक करने के लिए भी you require a robot, or you require a human, sorry, to activate it. You require a human to monitor it. You require a human to take care of it, to to tweak it up a little bit, to make the required changes, to do whatever is required. So because of these things, you require humans. It's not possible that humans would have no jobs at all. Correct. So a lot of people in the politics also and outside also, they are trying to scare other people. They're trying to say, no, AI will take your job. What will you do? And they have come up with this new concept of robot tax. So this robot tax, which they talk about, it's basically taxing the companies that use robot. तो जितनी कंपनीज है, Amazon है या कोई दूसरी कंपनी है जो रोबोट यूज कर रही है, उन सबको टैक्स करते हैं वो लोग heavy. And what are they doing with that tax? They're giving it to us. So it's your choice whether you don't want to get skilled, you want to stay at where you are, you just want to rely on someone else, that okay, probably he or she will tax the right people, he or she will distribute the tax to me, and so on. Okay, so it's totally on you. Or you want to be a smart person and you want to start working today to upgrade your skill. So you get your skills upgraded, you get your skills to a level wherein people want you, they need you. Okay, I'll show you certain profiles here wherein this job is a highly paid job, not of the robot tax, about the RPA. All right, and robot tax, it's not only in the foreign countries. If you see, India is also getting its own version of a robot tax. So technically it's everywhere. In fact, in some countries they're talking about something called as UBI, universal basic income. Now what does universal basic income imply? It simply means that there will be a basic income for everybody. सबको कुछ ना कुछ पैसे दिए जाएंगे. For what? For sitting at home doing nothing. And who's going to pay for that? The taxpayers are going to pay. Who's going to pay for that? The people who are working. So will someone work? No. People will be lazy. Right now, if you see, around 30 million Americans have filed for unemployment because of the COVID situation. Why? Because they get money, they get paid. In India also, recently, Modi ji said that we'll bail out with 20 lakh crore. What is that money for? For the people who are unemployed. Obviously, right now we do require it. I'm not saying they're wrong. We do require it. But do we require it as a regular thing? No, we do not. Because that is going to make us inherently lazy. Right? So, keeping all of these things in mind, we have developed this session for you all so that you understand this new technology, which is called RPA, robotic process automation. Now, what happens in this technology is you program the robot to do certain tasks for you. So the robot is going to do the tasks for you. You are going to automate the process. आप ऐसा कुछ करोगे कि वो पूरा procedure automatic हो जाए, and the robot will run for you and do a task for you. Right? So this is what is robotic process automation, and it's not that it all of a sudden came up. It didn't start off as RPA. It started off with a small thing like a traditional automation like a small scripting, छोटा सा कुछ program लिखा. Then you had robotic automation. Now robotic automation के अंदर क्या था? If you have seen videos wherein the car factories are there, जो कार assemble करते हैं, okay, वहां पे they use these robots. So there are big hands, there are big levers जो automatically कार के parts को लाके join कर देते हैं, right? So these robotic automations which were rule based, it's also called a hardware automation. तो वो अब तक use हो रहा था. But now is the time for robotic automation, which is cognitive. So they now can understand, they now can see, they now can gauge what is happening, and they can perform operations like you and I can. जैसे हम परफॉर्म करते हैं वैसे ये रोबोट्स भी परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. आई विल शो यू राइट नाउ लाइव how these robots function and how they can perform what we perform. But before that, we need to understand where are they applied. Why do we need to learn this? See, it's not only the technical. I hope everyone's technical here. Anyone who's non-technical, please write in the chat. Everyone is a technical student, matlab IT, computer science, or engineering, or that background. Anyone who's non-technical, guys, please mention in the chat. Hello, guys, you all can hear me? Hello. Okay, 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 okay. Great, great. Okay. So more or less, we all are technical students, but technically, this system can be used for non-technical students also. Okay, we all are here technical probably, but non-technical students can also benefit out of it. How can they benefit out of it? Here you can see different automation tasks are there, and to make these robots, you don't need to script even a single word. I'll just show it to you. Everything is drag, drop, drag, drop. All right. So it has many benefits. What are the benefits of robots? It is accurate, productivity, reliability, consistency, compliance, etc. बहुत सारे benefits हैं. Okay, I have already mentioned to you. We all know also that right now benefits of RPA, robotic processes, is very high. You know, in terms of efficiency, in terms of the work, they are very, very important. And we, as individuals, we need to know how these robots are run. All right. If you look at how they have been growing, what is the skill set and what is the scope of this sector, you can see that in the early phases, in 2017, 2018, majority of the companies, majority of the institutions were in the early or the intermediate phase. But right now, into 2020, you can see majority of them are in the advanced phase. Around 54% are in the around advanced phase, and hardly some 46% odd, they are in the intermediate and early phases. So it's that important, it's that huge, and it's if you look at the investment that is coming in, I'll show it to you on the browser later on. Huge investment is flowing into this sector. So without making you wait further, we'll directly go to our UI path, and I will show you how to develop a robot. But before we do that, I will demonstrate to you how does this work, what exactly does it do. So here we have a robot, say robot 1. Let's see if this is the one. So we'll run this robot, we'll see that is it running and is it giving the output that we require. And then I will show you how to make this robot live right now in front of me. And in case if you have any queries, in case if you have any doubts, in case if you want to stop me or tell me that I'm going fast or slow or whatever, you can just mention in the chat box. It takes a little time, so let's be patient. By the time, if you have any questions, you can just post it here, guys. So I'll be answering the questions also, and then I'll be showing it to you together. No questions, guys? Okay, great, great. I hope the screen is visible to you all. You can see the UI workspace being created. Okay. So is there any alternative for UiPath? Yes, there are many other such softwares. There is UiPath, there is Blue Prism, there is Automation Anywhere, that is there is Datamatics. So a lot of alternatives are there for UiPath. But technically, if you look at it, one of the prominent leaders is UiPath, and they provide trial software wherein you can actually run and see these robots. You can check these robots. So that's why we generally use UiPath. How to make a robot? I'll be showing you how to create a robot. It's taking more time than usual. Generally, it doesn't take so much time, uh, but it should open it up in a bit. I'll show it to you live. How do you create a robot? So what we would be doing is we would be creating a robot that takes some information from you. It'll ask you something like where are you traveling to, and it will go online in front of you. It will search it in the browser and it will give you the details that, okay, boss, if you're traveling to this place right now, then you need to make sure that you carry your sweater or whatever because it's very cold there. See, so this is a robot that I have already created earlier, and we'll be creating something similar right now so that we come to know what is happening. So I'll just run it and you will see how it functions. So I'm running it. It will pop up with a question. See, so it's popped up. What is it asking? Okay. So it's asking which city are you traveling to? So say I say Mumbai. I'm traveling to Mumbai, and I say okay. So now you can see that it will see my hands are here. I'm not doing anything. Everything is done by the robot. So it opened that browser. Okay, so guys, there's one small problem here because of the video. The loading of this Google becomes a little slow, and the robot already shuts by then. So I'll just put my video off for this demonstration. Okay, I hope everyone can clearly hear me, guys. Am I audible? Just reply in the chat. Okay, okay. So what we'll do, we'll run it again one more time. Let's see. Now this time it shouldn't take so long. It should actually run. At times what happens is because the video streaming behind, the system becomes a little slow, and that's why it takes some time. So here, say I'm traveling to Delhi. I say okay. I'm not touching my PC. Okay, it will go to Google. It will open Google. Now the robot is typing it on its own. I am not touching the keyboard at all. Okay, so it is searching for the weather forecast. It will extract the required details from here and it is going to display certain things. So what is it displaying? That the city you're traveling to, Delhi, is having a temperature of 39 degrees. So kindly take care as it is just about right. So the robot is done. Okay, let's try with another city here. I'll run it again. Let's see if it's running another city as well. So we'll try something colder, say like Moscow. Okay, let's say Moscow. I'll say okay and see. I'm not touching the keyboard at all. It will automatically go to Google. It will type in. It will say okay. It will get the details and see. The city you're traveling to, Moscow, has having a temperature 14 degrees. So kindly take care as the temperature is too low. Press OK, robot is exiting. So in this way, what we will do is we will create a robot wherein these activities are happening. So how do we do it? We'll simply say home and we want to start a new project, which is a process. So you just click on this. It will load all the dependencies. You can name the project here. So we say KC College Robot. So I just say this. So it will again take some time to load it. How many of you all are finding this interesting, guys? Just let me know in the chat if you all are finding this interesting. Okay, great, great, perfect. So here, once the robot is loaded, this will be the UI that you see. This is going to be the interface that you see. Now here, whatever you want, your activities will come in this main activity page. Now just pay attention here. Now on the left side, you have the Explorer. So this is the Project Explorer. If down, you can see there is something called as activity. You click on activity, the Activity Explorer snippets. You get the different snippets that are there. So right now we'll keep it on Project Explorer. We have opened the main.xml file. So that is the file that we can see here. Okay, we'll add activities here. And every activity that you add will have certain properties. So we'll be changing the properties from here. And then outline is basically the outline of the activity. And the output is the final output that you'll be watching. In case if you want the output to be seen on the output console, then you go for the console. So your first activity that we would be adding would be the input dialog. So as soon as we run the robot, it is asking for an input. So we'll just take this and we will drag it here. All right. So it created a sequence. So sequence is nothing but a flow, the flow of activities. And this in input dialog, we will write the title. So title is nothing but what is the title. Like for example, here the title is UiPath Studio KC College Robot. So similarly, what you want the title of the input dialog box to be. So you can simply write anything. I'm writing question. And then what is supposed to be the question you are supposed to write here. So what are you going to ask? Say we'll ask something similar. We can ask, again, let's go with what we were executing right now. Which city are you traveling? Guys, in case if any questions are there, please let me know. In case if you feel I am going a little fast or a little slow, you can tell me here. All right, in the chat box you can tell. So this is what our input dialogs is going to look like. But there's a small problem. The city that the user enters, that city is supposed to be stored somewhere. It's supposed to be stored in a variable. So how do you know where it's supposed to be stored? You just click here, you go to properties, and you have to see the result, the output. You need to store it somewhere. So what you do, you just click here and you press Control K. Once you press Control K, it simply means you are creating a new variable. Now, right now, the variable that I'll create is city name. So I create this variable. I can close this now. So when I click on this here, and if I click on the variables down here, so you can see there's a city name, which is a generic variable, and it's in the sequence. Okay. I'll just quickly explain it again. I'll explain it again. Now what I have done is, as soon as my robot starts, I need to know some input. I need input from the user. So I'll simply say input dialog. I say input. You take this input dialog and you drag it here. Once you drag it here, you give these headings to it. You give the heading for the dialog box as question. You give the question that you want to ask as what city are you traveling to, and then you go to properties and you simply set an output variable for our input. So when you click on this, when you see properties, so in the properties, you can just set the output variable here. Okay, I have set it as city name. You can choose whatever you want to. If you want to create a variable here, you just press Control K. Control K. variable is created. Now the next thing that we want to do, we want to open a browser. So we just say open browser. So as soon as you type open, this should appear. So you just take it and drag it below the dialog here. So as soon as your dialog box is done, your browser will open. When your browser opens, which URL is the browser supposed to go to? So you just enter the URL here, google.com. Okay. And another thing, whenever there is an error in UiPath, this blue exclamation mark will come up. Okay, so right now it's giving an error. If you just drag on top of it, see, value required for activity argument URL was not specified. So now I specify my URL, the error is gone. But then again, there would be some error. Why? Because the browser type is not set. So you just go to the browser and you select a type. I am selecting Chrome. You can select whatever your choice is. Then the next activity that you want is that in the browser, once Google opens up, I want my robot to type something into the browser. So what I'll simply say here is I'll say type into. So you can say type into here, the activity is there. Again, you click it and drag it in the do. Why? Because we are going to do it in the browser. Now the thing is, कहाँ पे type करना है? Type करूँ तो कहाँ करूँ? So that typing is supposed to be done in some place, which you need to specify with this indicate element. How do you do that? Now the Chrome browser is not open here. So what you can simply do is you can open Chrome and you can go to google.com so that when you have to show this fellow that kahan type karna hai, so it knows. Okay, so this is where it is supposed to type. So now what you can do, you can go to UiPath. You can click on this indicate element inside browser. You click on this, this will open. You just go here and you just select this. That boss, idhar aapko type karna hai. Now it will ask, kya type karna hai? What am I supposed to type? So here you can simply say, first you need to type the city name and then you need to type weather forecast. All right, and once it is typed, you just don't have to leave it there. You have to press enter. मतलब type करके उसको search भी करना है. तो उसके लिए you have another activity which is called as send hotkey. So you just click on that and again you drag it below this. Now it will ask you कौन सा key press करने का है, alt करना है, control करना है, shift करना है. So we have to press enter. So just select enter from here. Enter. All right. So till here everything is clear, guys. You are with me? Everything clear till here? Guys, please type it in the chat box. I'll just run this robot for the time being. Let's see whether it's doing as we have said or not. Okay. I'll show the input key again. No worry. So here you can simply say Dubai and say OK. And then the robot is supposed to open a browser, go to google.com, type in Dubai weather forecast and press enter. So here it's done the operation. You want to see, you can just go to the browser and you can see that it has performed the operation. Clear? Now, you go back here. Yeah, you can't find input key in my activities. You can't find send hotkey. This is not there. Guys, please reply. Can you find this? No. You can't find the type into input, or you can't find the send hotkey. Which one can you not find? Please reply. Acha, type into. So this type into you cannot find. It should be there. Okay, maybe I'll help you later on. Let's just get done with this. Then I'll help you out in that. Okay. I think it should be there. Shouldn't give an issue. Okay. So the next thing, my UI path just crashed. Just a moment. Guys, I hope you all are understanding till whatever we have completed till now. Okay, so this is our robot. You just open it. Great, great. How many of y'all were there in the yesterday session with me, guys? Fabulous. Great, great. Oh, nice. Really good to see you all again. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. So now what we have done till now, we have taken the input from the user. We have opened the browser. We have entered the required thing in the browser. We have clicked enter. So the browser has opened with the required page. Now we need to extract certain things from that page. We need to get some text. So you can simply get an activity which is called as get full text. You can take it and drag it here after send hotkeys. Okay, and then again, what do you want to get? So you can indicate here, and I want to get the temperature. So you just click on this temperature. All right, so this temperature is there. You can just click on this and just go to properties, because now this temperature that you have got, you need to store it in some variables. All right, you need to store it in some variables. So you can just click here. Again, Control K, and the variable would be say temperature. All right, so I've created a variable here, and another thing that you have to do here is you have to type in this. So what this basically wait for ready does is, wait for ready has three options: none, interactive, complete. None meaning as soon as the robot gets the input, immediately you take it. All right. Interactive means you are interacting with the page, and complete means you are waiting till the complete page is loaded. So we are waiting till the complete page is loaded. We don't want to interact in the middle. Why? Because I don't know if 38 this temperature is visible till the entire page is opening or not. बीच में जाके लेगा तो input गलत लेगा. So that's why we are waiting till the entire page is loaded. You can do the same for one more time, because along with the temperature we want to know the weather forecast also. Supposed to be inside like this. Again, here I want to know uh, how it's going to look like. So it's going to be mostly sunny. So now again, this also I would have to save it in a variable, and I'll also make the changes here. Complete, and here I will say Control K, and the variable would be uh, description. I say enter. right? So now if you look here, if you click on variables now, so now you have three variables. One is a city name, one is temperature, and one is description. Now in this you may see that there is a column by the name scope. Scope का मतलब ये होता है कहाँ पे वो visible है, where are you able to see those variables. So city name you are able to see in the entire sequence from start to end, but temperature and description you are able to only see where you are only able to see in these do activities. You're not able to see in the entire thing. So what we do, we change this. We change this do to sequence. So we want it to be visible in the entire sequence. So we change it because हमारा message box है वो सबके बाद में आएगा. All right. So that's what we do, and then we can just close this variable list down. Now our work with the browser is done. So what we can do, we can close the browser tab. Okay, we can just shut that browser. So you can just say close tab here. So what it'll do, it'll extract the details and it will simply close the tab. Now what we will do, we will try printing this. Okay, whatever we have extracted till now, we will see whether it is working fine or no. So I'll simply say message box. So this basically is done for displaying messages. So once all of these activities are done, so I can display the message. What message am I supposed to display? So I will just start with the inverted commas. You are traveling to what? You're traveling to a particular city. What is happening there? Simply say the temperature. Okay. The temperature there is, and here you give the temperature that you have read. So ये आपका variable वहाँ आ जाएगा, and then you can give the advice. So kindly take care as the condition there is, and here you can type in the condition that you know. Okay, so description basically. All right, so this is what is our robot going to look like. So this is our robot. I've not developed a very complicated robot. Why? Because I know it's your first time. I didn't want to confuse you all. So it's a very simple robot. It's just taking a question, it's opening the browser, going into the browser, searching something for us, and displaying this message. So when let's save it. Okay, Control S, saved, and now let's run this file. Let's see if it's running fine. Close this browser. It's asking us for the city. So what city should I put in? Say let's put in London, and let's say okay, and then I'll not touch the computer at all, and let's see what it does. It's open the browser, it's gone to google.com, let's type in London weather forecast, enter, it has extracted the information, and once that is done, it has closed the tab. Excuse me. And it is displaying that you're traveling to London, temperature is 21 degrees, so kindly take care as the condition there is partly cloudy. Clear? Any questions, guys, regarding this? Guys, anything that you all want to ask? Anything that you all have not understood, or what exactly? I know this is a very quick thing, and it's a very difficult thing to grasp in just 1.5 hours. But Luckily, we are having some programs in the coming week or so on RPA, wherein we have intensive programs. You will be given hands-on training, wherein you will be developing such tools on your own. I think someone has a question. JD has raised his hand. If you could just type it in the chat, it would be really great. Uh, can you please take a quick recap? Definitely, definitely. I'll take a quick recap. In fact, I have another robot here which can scrape data from the internet. So I'll just run it and show you. We don't have the time to make that robot. But that robot, what it does exactly is you just type in a product. It will find that product on any website that you say. From that website, it will get all the details of that product, 100 of those products. We've kept a limit of 100, and it will save it in an Excel sheet and it will display it to you. Okay, I will do the quick recap. There's another question: is this a robot? What kind is it, and is it like a chatbot? So yes, this is a robot. Why? Because it is automating something. This is a kind of an automating robot. It is not like a chatbot though, but it is a automating robot wherein it automates tasks. Chatbot can just chat with you, but this fellow can actually do stuff. You tell it and it will do. In fact, I'll show you that robot that I'm talking to you all about, and I think that is the data extraction robot, wherein you can extract data. It can also be done using Python script. Yes, you could do it using Python script, but then you'll have to design the entire UI. And then there's a problem in Python that how will you control applications using Python? So that's a very long procedure. So generally, no one does it that way. Everything is done like this. Why? Because everything happens instantly here. So here you can see I have already run it. So I'll just delete this file right now in front of you. Okay, wherein we are extracting data from Flipkart. Okay, so I'll just open this. So what is exactly happening is, again, it is asking for some product details, which phone you want to search. It will go to Flipkart. It will search for 100 such phones. Okay, it's not going down. Okay, it will search for 100 such phones. It will put it in a table. It will sort it out by the means of price, and it will give you an Excel sheet with those details, and it will save it by the name final table. All right. So I'll just run it again. I will have to close my video because the bandwidth is a little low, I think, for the virtual box. I don't think for others it is making any difference, but yeah, here if we don't shut it, it's showing timeout. So now I'm not touching the screen. It will pop up automatically. It will ask me for what product details you want to search for, and here it's popped up. So what I will do, I will write for a product. Say I want a iPhone. All right, and I just say okay. So now you can see how much time would you as an individual take to find out 100 details of an iPhone. iPhone के अगर आपको 100 details चाहिए, 100 iPhone के details चाहिए, how much time would you take? You'll take quite some time. But here we can see that this bot should do it quickly. So here it's opened, and see, it's typed in, it's searching, see, 81 to 180, 120 to 160, already done. Okay. Okay, it's going on. It should not be going on this long. Okay. There's some issue here. Just a moment, guys. No. The robot has gone into an infinite loop here. I'll stop it. I guess the URL that we had entered here was not coming up to the mark. Yeah, so it should have been a list basically, but it's not coming in as a list. and it's coming in as pictures. So that's why the robot is getting confused. So flipkart.com. But it generally takes hardly any time. In a matter of seconds, it's able to. Okay. I'm guessing why it's not able to do, because right now these guys are not delivering. See, because it is not deliverable, the price and all of those details are not highlighted here. Yeah, so that's why the robot is not able to execute. But technically, what this would have done is it would have calculated, it would have found out 100 such phones instantly, and it would have displayed. So let's see if that file is still there in the recycle bin. I'll show you. Yeah, see, this is the file that I deleted. Let's restore and open it. So I'll show you. This is once I had run it earlier. So this file was there. You can format it how you want to view the data. You can change it. You want it into, where did it go? So refresh it. Okay, we can't find it here. This is the problem when you don't use Windows for a while and then you use Windows. You don't tend to get along with it much. So this was the file, it seems. Let's try opening it. So earlier, when the items were available for delivery, okay. So this is how it put it here. Okay, I think I had put a tablet for for the search, not a phone, basically. So it was able to do all of this. It was able to find out all these details and put it in this Excel sheet. You can see in a matter of seconds. Okay, so 101 entries are there here because first row is the heading. So this is what an RPA is about. RPA is so powerful that it can do these kind of work. And if you look at it, how much is it trending right now? It is one of the most trending things in the industry. So if you see that there is a lot of thing happening in the industry in this sector. All right. So let me see if the chat, if you all are having any doubts. Python script I've answered. Is it a good to opt robotics in semester 7? Definitely, you can go ahead with robotics. But guys, the robotics that you are going to study there and this, they are a little different because that is more of a physical robot. Okay, you will have yaw, pitch, roll, you will have levers, you will have like robotic arms and all of those things. So the subject of robotics there is more on the physical significance of the robotics part. I doubt software robots have still entered the curriculum. The curriculum takes a little time to get updated, but the industry is changing very fast. So things are very quick in the industry. So you need to be a little fast there. So these are a few articles I wanted to show you all. So you can see in this coming year, there is a huge investment in this sector that's going to come in of around $2.5 billion. And it's not just one person saying it. Cognitive RPA is the future of automation. And even if you look here, RPA for India, you can see how much people are charging per hour. All right, this I think I had shown you yesterday also, the same website. Now I've just changed it to RPA instead of ML and AI. So you can see that it's a very significant sector here. So that way you can gain a lot of traction, and you can be pretty dominant in this area if you are in the RPA sector. So in this manner, RPA is basically the future here. These articles, the articles that I showed you, They are all here. I will have the link if you want. I'll share the link with you all. So here in this article, they're saying that AI is going to create more jobs than it kills. Obviously, it's a proven fact that if AI is going to take away some jobs, then obviously certain jobs are going to be created. So 58 million jobs by 2022 will be created by AI. So here they have I identified basically what job sectors and what are there. And if you look at it, LinkedIn has a survey which I think yesterday also I had highlighted. There is going to be a big job shortage, a big talent shortage basically. Job deficit is going to be there. Job होंगे, लेकिन वो job करने वाले लोग नहीं होंगे. That's what LinkedIn has highlighted. So what we need to do is we need to upgrade our skill set because robotic adoption is on its way everywhere. All right, no matter what sector you are in. And if you see, it's not a small thing. See, 10.7 million workers are short in these different industries: financial, business, labor deficit. All right, and if you look at this, in this also, US, India, a lot of countries are there, and IT related jobs. See, technology, media, and telecommunication deficit, right? Around this much, it's going to be $449 billion का industry होगा, but लोग ही नहीं होंगे. Again, India is the only country expected to enjoy a talent surplus. All right, but there was again a report by UNICEF that in India also a lot of engineers and the graduates that are coming out, hands-on experience उनको कम होता है. So that's why the lot of employers that are there, they want people who have some hands-on experience. They want people who know things hands-on, who can do stuff, right? So we need to focus on hands-on. We need to focus that we try to do everything practically, not just theoretically. All right. So if you see, India is a hotspot. So we have grown by 160, 170% over the last few years. And which sectors are going to be coming in this area wherein these things are going to get adopted? These are the different sectors that are there: task automation, process automation, and business transformation. So you can see that even in this timeline, the maturity timeline that is there, a lot of sectors are automatically accepting these. In fact, if you know, there is something called as algorithmic trading that is going on, and that trading is not in thousands and lakhs, it's in hundreds of crores of rupees, wherein you and I, we can trade for how quick? In a second. How many trades can we do? Not even one. A robot can do 100 trades in a second. So you think you and I will be able to match the robots? No. So in every sector, you can see now robots and AI is coming and taking over. So what we need to do is we need to get skilled. Okay, again, I'm showing you this. You can see the number 4 is robotic process automation consultant. So you don't even need to be a developer. Even if you're a consultant, you will be in a very, very good position. So with this, I would like to conclude my session, and I would want to tell you that, see, this is just a glimpse of what actually can be done. So my suggestion to all of the students here is kindly go and do, perform practical things. If you can't, if you don't, then you will obviously be left out and you will miss out on a lot of things, right? Guys, any queries that you have, anything you want to ask, you can ask right now. And then I think Mandar sir is there in the group here. He got a little tied up with some meeting, and
Hi, hello Pranav. Yes, I'm there.
yes sir.
Yes, yes.
So will you join? Will you share? Yeah, I will share this PPT also. See, both the videos will be uploaded on YouTube, and Programming Fiesta, Team Fiesta is there. Please give them the YouTube link. So you will be getting the YouTube link. You will be getting the details, this PPT, everything will be shared. And I am available on LinkedIn and other social media. You also have my number here on the screen. So in case if you are not able to get it, you can please connect with me. Team Fiesta, please share the feedback link also. We would really be happy to know how you liked the session, did not like the session. What can we do to improve the session in the future? Sir, using UiPath, we can make 2 robots individually and data. Yes. Not only 2, you can make 100 robots. and you have something called as an orchestrator. There is something called as an orchestrator which is on the server. So it's not on the PC, it's on the server. Basically, you create an account there, you log in there, you connect your robots to the server. That is the orchestrator. And the orchestrator will run the robot when and where you want to run it. So अगर आपके घर पे 2 PC है, आपको दोनों PC में कुछ robots दिन में 3 बार 4 बार run करना है, you just schedule it on the orchestrator. Orchestrator will see the time, it will run on your system, right? So that quick recap of making the robot. Okay, no problem. I'll give you a quick recap. I think it is open. Yes, it is open. So the robot that we created, I'll just quickly go through it once again. The robot that we created today was a robot that would take in details from the individual, and it would highlight what, like for example, it would take the details of the city. This is what we created. You can change it obviously, which city that a person is traveling to, and in that city it would highlight the temperature and the weather conditions automatically by extracting it from Google. I also showed you a robot in which you can extract the details of any product from particular website. Right now it's not functioning because the deliveries are not happening right now, so all the websites are not showing the product also properly. But in the case of the deliveries are back up, then you run this product and you will be able to clearly see how it is functioning. It's taking a little time to open. Let it open. Okay, guys, the YouTube link is there to our channel, so you can just go there, subscribe. We will be uploading both the videos, and we will be uploading the presentation link in the description of the YouTube videos, so you all can check the presentation. And for the code also, in the yesterday session, the code is also there, so that code also I'll be uploading there. So what we have done here is we have created a sequence first. Technically, we don't need to create a sequence. It automatically creates, but if you want to create, you can see there is a sequence workflow. So you can create a sequence first. In that sequence, we first have added an input dialog box. So what that input dialog box does is it pops up the question in front of the user. Once the user answers that question, we save that in a variable. We have created variables here. You save it in the variable. I'll click on the sequence and we'll be able to see the variable city name. So you save that value in the variable city name. Then you say open browser. So you take another activity which is called as open browser. You drag it here. The browser will be opened. You would want to know where which site you want to visit. So you just specify the site here in the browser, and then you have to input what the user has entered in a particular place of the browser. So you say type into activity, you drag it here, and you can indicate the element inside the browser. Here you can click on it and the browser will open. वहाँ पे आपको कहाँ enter करना है, आप उसको select करके बता सकते हो. So here we selected the search bar. You can see it in the diagram here, in the picture which is as it has taken. Once it enters those details, then I want to press enter. Okay, the enter key of my keyboard. But I don't want to do it physically. I want the computer to do it. So how do you do it? You simply say send hotkey. So it is just going to press hotkey there. Which one do you want to press? So from here you can select which key you want. So I said enter. I want to send enter. So it sent enter. Once that is done, it will load the page again and it will extract some information. What information we want? We want to get full text. From where do you want to get the text? I want to get the text from the element of the browser, which you can again indicate element in the browser and it will open up in the browser. You can choose the temperature there. And I also want the condition. So आप एक और get full text करके आप वापस से indicate in the browser और जो भी उसमें से, you can do this multiple number of times, how many ever you want. जो details आपको चाहिए, you can get it and you can save it in a variable. And then what we've done, we've closed the tab. Okay, so we've closed the tab once our work is done, and finally we have displayed the output with a message box. So in the message box, whatever you want to type in as a string, you type in, and then the plus sign is basically for concatenation. दो चीजों को join करने के लिए वो plus sign है. So the strings are connected, they are joined, and you simply see the message there. I hope it's clear now. When will the next which topic? Right now, we have not scheduled any other webinar with KC College as of now, but we have webinars with other institutes. You can just follow our social media. You will be updated there, LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook. We keep posting stuff there also. You can check it out. Guys, the feedback form is here. Please do fill in the feedback form. Your feedback is very, very important. And also we would be issuing certificates after we receive the feedback. So please give the legit feedback. And it was great interacting with you all, a great crowd. And now I think I will move towards conclusion. I'll hand it over to Mr. Mandar sir. So Mandar sir now can take over. Sir, over to you, sir.
Yes, Pranav sir. Thank you very much. Hope today's session was actually I missed it due to some my work. Hope it was very interactive and informative with the real hands-on. And I have seen very few sessions which gives hands-on as well as some knowledge actually. So, sir, you have given a lot of knowledge, and we would be carry the same legacy with you ahead in future also. Actually, I want to know if someone want to speak, anyone from the participant. Does anyone want to speak from participant? Can share their views also actually. Yeah.
If
Is
you
it
all want to
anyone?
speak, just raise your hands. We will
Yeah, please.
unmute you, or
Yes, yes.
you can unmute your own self. We've given the privileges. So if you all want to speak, please, you can also speak up. What are your views and how did you feel about the session, guys?
Yes, yes.
Guys, one request, the certificates, there will be a little delay. We'll not be able to send it off immediately in a day. So just give us 2-3 days, and probably in this week, we will send it to you. Okay, you'll be
Yes, yes.
receiving it on mail, and please do publish it online, publish it on LinkedIn and social media, and please do tag us, Programming Fiesta also, KC College also. It would be a great opportunity there to see you all on social media.
Yes, yes. Great. Yes, really great. Thank you, Pranav sir. I guess there is no one. Okay, no problem. They can share it anywhere. As sir said, you can share it on social media or wherever you want. Some reviews would be helpful for us to carry this program ahead, and this would be a motivation for us too, and for sir also actually.
Definitely, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you all for being participating over here and giving good response. Thank you, Pranav sir.
Thank you, sir. Guys, you'll have to fill the feedback form for the certificate. Yeah, you're right. Neeraj, you're right. Okay. Thank you, guys. Take care. All the best. And please get skilled in case you are worried about the future. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye.